Hello, my fellow felines. This is KittyCatPWYarn here, and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. And in this video, you may notice that I have started out with a basic shell, and the shell is actually only the downstairs part minus the deck. And that was what the shell I started with was, but I had to cut quite a bit out of this video because it took me like 3.5 hours to do this, and I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. Even after I sped it up all the footage, it was like 35-40 minutes, so it was kind of a struggle to get this down to a reasonable amount of time, but I think I did it. So today we are going to be building and furnishing, well, not building, I guess, furnishing the shell that Miss Gryphi did for her celebration for 100,000 subscribers. And I did this just because I love her so much. Her builds are so amazing. She's so funny. I love all of her animals. And she's just like great, and she's a huge inspiration and blah blah blah, all that gushy stuff. And she put this shell out, and she put a video out like a week and a half ago, and I was like, hey, get it done by the 30th. And it usually takes me a while to do builds, so I was very nervous that I wasn't going to get it done. But I did. I actually got it done on the 28th, because I came home from a difficult family Thanksgiving, and came back and played Sims and jammed out to some emo music with my boyfriend. So that was a good time, and that's when I did the most of this, actually. So like I said, Tanya, Miss Gryphi, built the bottom floor of this, and that's all she did. And the rules were basically we couldn't mess with the walls, which typically goes for any shell challenge. We couldn't move one of the trees that's in the back, in the backyard. You'll see it before I end up landscaping. And we also couldn't move the bookshelf that ends up being in the, like, hallway, the foyer? Entryway? I don't know, whatever you want to call that. But we couldn't move that either. And I had such a hard time with the tree. I was trying to do the deck really weird before I cut it out. But I was trying to do the deck, like, so it connected to the diagonal part, and there was, like, still a little cutout for landscaping. And it looked interesting, but too weird for me, so I didn't touch it. And yeah, it was rough, and like I said, this took me like 3.5 hours. Though that being said, I did add a whole nother top floor, so I feel like other people it definitely took a significant less amount of time. Is that how I'm supposed to phrase that sentence? I don't know. Aaron, let me know. But it took me like probably took me significantly longer because I did add the second floor, and there are 3 bedrooms, an office, dining room, kitchen. I lied. Now that I'm thinking about it, there are 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a kitchen, dining room, living room, and like a little office. And like both the hallways and like a teeny tiny laundry room, like a 1x2 laundry room in the main bathroom downstairs, which is really cute. But yeah, so this took me a while, and I probably definitely could have made it not as big, but I really enjoy how it came out, and I love the backyard. The backyard ends up being so cute. I put quite a few activities out there. I put like a fire pit, swing set, a thing of monkey bars, and some bee boxes. And then I also put a grill and a few different seating things on the deck, and a bucket of water balloons that came with seasons because I thought that would be fun. And as for like other skill building, there's a computer in the office. There is there's a guitar in one of the bedrooms upstairs, like the more teenager bedroom, quote unquote. And then there is also a camera and a tripod in the office as well. And I'm just pausing, trying to think. I think that's it. I mean, obviously there are bookshelves throughout. So I think those are like the only like real solely skill building items. And then there are mirrors for like charisma or acting or whatever. but I'm pretty sure those are like the main ones that are there. And right now we're just working on the main bedroom. Yeah, no. The guest bedroom. And I did this thing that I've seen a few people do, and I made a pull-out couch. Even though I was discussing when I was doing this, I was discussing with my boyfriend that doesn't really make sense to have a pull-out couch that way, because most pull-out couches I've seen pull out the other way, so the pillows would be like lined up with one of the arms of the couch, and not how it is. But I digress. I have seen one like that when I worked at a hotel, actually, because I worked at a hotel that like had pretty like fancy rooms and stuff, and one of the rooms had a pull-out couch that pulled out that way. So I guess it's not completely invalidated or whatever, but most of the time when I see a pull-out couches, they're the other way, like the first way I was talking about. So there's that. And now we are working on the study. And I really like this room. It's pretty minimal, but I think it's adorable. I really love the bookshelves I used. They kind of actually look like they're built in, which I appreciate. And I decided to, in my head, like, imagine this person, the person that works in this office might be like a magazine like editor or photographer or something, or maybe they do all of their own photos and all of their own writing for like articles or whatever, and that's why they have like so many books, and also the camera and the tripod. And I kind of wish that when we got the Moschino stuff pack, we got a tripod that's closed that can like lean against walls, because I have 2 tripods because I really love photography, and I never, unless I'm actively using it, I never leave my tripod up and open, like never. So I was just like, why is like, I didn't think about this until now, but that's just kind of weird, in my opinion, like to have the tripod just open and standing all the time. I feel like that's a tripping hazard. And also, I feel like that's probably not good for your tripod legs just to be out all the time. But I don't know. I'm just going on a tangent at this point. But that's kind of just what I do in most of my videos at this point. So if you've been around for any length of time and watching speed builds, you should understand that that's just how I roll. And you may have noticed that I made the side table kind of intersect with the 3-wide couch in the living room, and I kind of imagined that was like a little like thing that you could either attach or detach, that just kind of like folded like down or something, and it was like actually attached to the couch. I know that's kind of random, but I thought it was a cute idea. And I think I've seen something similar to that like in real life. So maybe, but also maybe not. I don't quite know. And, wow, I was gonna say something, but I completely lost my train of thought. Ooh, I remember. I wish that we had an option to, well, you guys know, if you build at all, that we have the filters so we can filter by like pack, color, style, I think, and things like that. So I want a filter in build mode. Actually, I want it in build and buy mode, but I want it for like couches and tables and like bookshelves, doors, windows, tables, and I think that's probably it. Maybe beds. Well, beds doesn't make sense, but like stuff like that, and archways. I want a filter where we can filter things by like how many tiles wide they are, especially doors, windows, and archways, because a lot of the time I'll find myself grabbing, like I'll be like, oh, I want a 3-wide door, and so I'll go grab for like a bunch of different doors, and there are only like 3 or 4 3-wide doors that I actually like. So I feel like if I could filter by how wide they are beforehand, I could make better build. I mean, I know I could like edit, I could change it after I figured out what door I wanted, like I had to change the width or whatever, but that's a big pain in the butt. If any of you know, like, if any of you build, that's just such a big pain in the butt, honestly, and I don't want to do that. I just want to filter. And I know we're probably not going to get it, because I feel like that would be really difficult to implement, but also maybe not, because they did add, like, the off-the-grid filter thing, too, so maybe? But also, maybe I am just a little too optimistic with things, but that's okay. Optimism never killed anyone? Theoretically? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm recording this actually the day after American Thanksgiving. So for all of you that are in the US, I hope you, or all of you that celebrate at least, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and had all the food. Let me know in the comments what your favorite food this year was, or like a funny story or something. Because mine wasn't great, for reasons that I don't really want to get into. It was a lot and it was emotional. I actually brushed over it, the reason in one of my second pre-made room build, or pre-made room renovating, pre-made rooms, what's it called? The one where I had renovated the pre-made rooms from City Living. I kind of talked over that, or talked over the reason why Thanksgiving was so hard in the beginning of that video. But yeah, it was, I don't know, it was fun and the food was good and everything, but it was just a little hard. And then after that we went to see my boyfriend's family for a little bit, but they didn't do anything. Well, that's a lie. They did something for Thanksgiving, not his parents, but his stepmom's grandparents, I think. They didn't tell us they were doing anything, or they didn't even tell his parents they were doing anything until Tuesday. So we already kind of had those plans, and I was kind of sad I didn't get to go, because I would have met like a bunch of people that I haven't met yet from his family, but you know, that kind of happens. And now that I'm done rambling for a minute, we are into the teenager's bedroom, and like I said, that's where that guitar is, and I also added a hedgehog in here, and I thought it was really cute, and I imagine like a preteen in that room, like 12, 13, not really into toys, but still like a little bit, I don't know. And now we are into the disgusting pink room. I say disgusting in the best way. I mean it in the best way. I said to myself, like, as soon as I grabbed the bed out, I was like, this room's gonna be all pink and it's gonna be gross and disgusting, but I love it. So that's what I did, and it was a trip. But yeah. Oh, you may notice all of the cat things everywhere. So I did imagine that the people that lived here had two cats, a little black cat and then like a tabby black and gray cat. So in the entryway downstairs, there are two little cat statues. There's a black cat and a little black tabby, or black and gray tabby, a black cat. And then in the kitchen, there are two cat bowls. There's a bed and a cat tree in the living room, and in the living room also on the coffee table there are two of the cat succulents, and one is a gray and black tabby and the other is a black cat. So I just kind of imagine they're like, oh my god, it's Whiskers, and so they had to get it or something. And then in the pink room there's like a gray and black big tabby, and I imagine they were like, oh my god, it's Muffin or whatever, you know. So the cat the kid that lives there needed it because it was their cat. And you know, that's cute. I mean, I've done like similar stuff like in real life, like I'll see it and I'll be like, oh my god, that's this cat, and like it's cute, but I don't always buy it. So there's that. We are just working on the backyard now, I believe. Oh, this is where I was debating fencing it in, but I couldn't find a good spot to fence it in, and I was getting my boyfriend's input, and he was like, no, I don't really like it. So I didn't fence it in anywhere, because I couldn't find a good place to, honestly, especially with the diagonal bit and everything. But here I am just adding some of the activities, and I really wasn't gonna add a fire pit in the beginning because I thought it looked, I don't know, it looked kind of weird, but it ended up working pretty well. And I wanted to add planter boxes because supposedly, I guess, I've never really tried it out, but when you have bees and when you're growing flowers, the bees help pollinate or whatever. But like I said, I never tried it, so who knows. Also, I just want to apologize if there is a lot of background noise. The construction is still happening, almost in December next to my apartment. And I also have the dryer going because I haven't done laundry in a few days and that needed to be done. So if you hear any background noise, I do apologize. But, yeah, we're just working on the backyard. And I did end up cutting out landscaping as well because, I didn't feel like adding it, I guess. And also, this video was pretty long as is. And honestly, I even think how much I cut it down is still a little long, especially when I haven't done a voiceover in a little bit. But if you guys haven't noticed, last week I did post pretty much I only posted speed builds. And I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen. I don't know what's really happening with my schedule right now, but all will be okay, and we're into screenshots. So if you want to download this is on the gallery under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. So feel free to go ahead, download that if you like. But I am going to go. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, friends. I hope you guys are having a perfect afternoon, evening, or whatever, wherever you are in your neck of the world. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become a paw parent because I post new videos all the time. And I will see you all in the next video.